Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Jets. Blake Groupie out and ready to send this away. And away we go from East Rutherford. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. All right.
Throwing on their first play. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Here we go, son.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Finds his man. It's Ricky Pearsall. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Here we go.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. Found some good space on that run, Brock. It's a gain of 8 in enemy territory.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Fields now on 3rd. It's caught by Wilson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And they're going to spike this one. No, wait, no, they're not spiking it. They're going to throw. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action. Right? When you really just gouge and gash the defense like that, next time you run that action, you're going to be thinking running the ball. You go right over their head.
Give them about 16 yards on that game, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Perfect way to start the season as their opening drive has reached goal to go.
Here we go.
From the red zone now. Into a crowd, and the defender comes up with it. Javarius Ward picks it off. And the Colts get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football's the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
2nd and 10 at the 2-yard line.
Backed up in the end zone, Purdy. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Just about every play in an NFL game usually has a protagonist and antagonist, a good and a bad. The good there, the courage of that wide receiver. The bad, just could not haul it in.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful.
18, watch out.
From his end zone, 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. couldn't throw for it on third down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory.
At the 46-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 46. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. He's going to bring this down to their 35. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
He's got about 9 on that run, partner, down inside the 30.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
Here we go. Good. Out. Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58 not. Get out.
Looking to throw Fields. Headed out right. Taken off with it again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment, made it the perfect time for the first down.
Quick on the draw here to Dobbins. And they were waiting for him on that draw, weren't they? They get him behind the line. That's going to bring up second down.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass, and when they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he hauls it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. Here's Evans set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. The Jets with an early lead. More from MetLife coming right up. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They'll take over here, 1st and 10. First down throw by Purdy. And that one's caught along the left sideline. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Outside. Right around outside.
Off the play fake, Purdy. Finds a seam down the middle. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
Those are the hurry-up offense here. Shotgun snap for Purdy. This one's caught. And he's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. First and goal coming up.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. From the gun is Purdy. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Drake London with the touchdown. Roofing adds the extra point. And the Colts tie it up as he nails his first try of the season. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, well, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Polk with a point after. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7.
14, Colts 7.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. First down now, ball at the 33. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Escapes the pocket. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. He'll pick up 14 yards on that one. And it'll be first down, Colts.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Offense up to the line fast. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
And the Colts first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Indianapolis.
Throwing from the gun here. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Buys time, rolling right. We'll check it down to Taylor. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It'll be third down and 8 on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from MetLife Stadium on the other side. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. To the air on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Taylor. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Taken in by Pierce. And he takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts earn the chance to tie it before halftime.
The kicker on.
So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
They're on 35-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. And he's got a free play here. And they got to him for the sack, but I think that they might have had an unfair advantage there, Brock. Sure looked off sides, and we've got a flag. A 1st and 5 to begin this drive following the penalty.
Green 19,
Fields out of the gun. Forced out to his right. He's keeping it, and he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Fields looking to throw. Getting out to his left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And now they face 2nd down.
Here we go, son.
Here's Fields to throw. He rolls to his right. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Unable to find Adonai Mitchell with that one. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Extend.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Bails out of the pocket quick. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Colts will take over as he records his first interception of our season. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10. Buying some time right. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy to throw it. On the comeback route. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. We've set it down from 37.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And
1st and 10 now. Here's Purdy. Has a man downfield. It's Pittman. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
a gain of 29 more yards. That's another Colts first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
To the air again. Purdy. Oh, again it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Groupie sends it through, and they've taken back the lead. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. This return starts at the 5. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Purdy to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Following the incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 now from the 30. Now Purdy. Gets this one to Pierce. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Purdy setting up that play action. Diving right side, got it. Looking quickly here.
11 more yards. That's another Colts 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
1st down throw by Purdy. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
To throw again, it's Purdy. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
On the draw, this is Taylor. Didn't sell the draw enough, and he pays the price. He's headed the wrong direction, backs him up for 2nd down. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Catch is maybe close. And how about this, Brock? They gain 11 on 2nd down. Nice work to claw some back. They make it 3rd and short. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. That short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short. Looking to throw. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
I'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That run right there, that kind of feels like you missed opportunity defensively. Got him backed up, and you played it well enough to contain the run, but you didn't play it well enough to damage the run.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And give him about that 15-yard line before they're able to drop him. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. But I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
And this one is launched downfield. And that one is incomplete. There's a flag down, though. If someone was across that line, this could end in a first down after all. So fresh set of downs after the penalty. First down throw for Fields. On the move, headed right. Oh, he's keeping it again. And he takes this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 4 on the play. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Colts will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
First and goal, here's Taylor. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be second down. Offensive line fast.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 5-yard line.
On the gun is Purdy. And he finds him in the end zone for the Indy touchdown. The Colts parlay the interception into points. Groupie's extra point is good. And the Colts make it a 10-point ball game.
Jets 14.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. He dodged the tackle. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So after the play, some obvious concern from their sideline as they watch their quarterback out there in some pain. Training staff running out to check on him. Dobbins trying the right side. He's going to get him 7 there. It's 3rd down coming up.
Dobbins, the ball carrier. It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 10.
We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. The Jets have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Here we go, go.
3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
A loss of 7.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10 because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Pulled in at the 20. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for them from the 31.
Get set, get set.
Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And he's brought down after a short gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
18, what's up?
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Big play, pushes them beyond midfield. And he's finally marked down at the 46-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
First and 10 at the 46.
Throwing from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And this one doesn't go far.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Again, it's Brock Purdy. Down the field, he's got Pierce. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
First down.
Get set.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Colts.
Sticking to the air here, it's Purdy. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Colts take a 3-possession lead.
14.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jets getting ready for this first and 10. Fields out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Dobbins. Solid run in here. That's 9 yards as he brings up second down.
The tackle by Bryant.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down.
At their 49-yard line.
Here's the backup. First throw. Buys time, rolling right. And they give to him as he was trying to make something happen.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
And he's dropped for a stunningly big loss. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
Ready, set.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets.
Formation.
And he gets it away from his end zone. He fields it cleanly. That's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, first and 10. They're going to pass it here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Shotgun, hand off to Taylor. And second down only works out for a yard. You got to keep moving quick here. On third down, Purdy. He throws a bullet to the center of the... He's got it inside the 25. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. Groupie to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Colts make it a 24-point ball game.
Jets 14.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. He cuts it to the right sideline. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. One play in, and they are already close to midfield. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Come on, set! 19, go!
A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
You know, we love to talk about corners. Those corners that both love to tackle and cover. It's kind of the same thing with these defensive ends. Most of them love sacks. They love rushing the quarterback. But those that run down a toss play like that, they separate themselves from others.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That one intended for Adonai Mitchell. And now they're staring at 4th and long. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Desperation time here on 4th. Down the field. He's got Wilson. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Yards on the play. That's good for a Jets.
Going now on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Along the right sideline, there's space. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown.
I gotta believe, Kate, his first pick of the game directly led to that one. Remember, what worked to generate that first turnover, playing things the same way, and this time, well, it wasn't just a pick, it was a pick 6.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. This one winds up as a touchback, so they're going to have one final snap to work with.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the final play of the game.
19. Go!
One final shot here. Trying to push deep downfield. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete, but no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over.